Let's hone in on it. Let's talk about this very matchup and these two rosters. Looking at the Timeless roster here first, I mean, we know that the Winston compositions are their strong suits, and that is exactly what TSM abused yesterday. They tried to really come out with those Reaper comps and whatnot, like anything to somehow lower the impact that the Winston can have.
You know, I think, and honestly, that's the best hope that Fluffy Dreamland have is can they repeat some of that success? You know, like you kind of know what Timeless are going to play, right? You know, they're insanely good at it, and even playing the counters is not going to guarantee you a win. But I sort of wonder how Timeless are going to think about their match yesterday, and do they need to adapt? Do they need to change, or should they just stick to their guns and have a couple, maybe swap a DPS here and there, you know, have a different support on? Like, there's ways you could, without destroying the identity of your comp, you could still adapt to this.
Yeah, then let's look at the opposition here. I mean, so far it's been Chime time for this one. Fluffy Dreamland. Haven had a phenomenal game as well yesterday, as he usually goes, you know, under the radar next to Chime. Do they have the hero pool, Jack, to make something happen, make those switches we've seen from TSM?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Chime and Haven, look at their last few matches that they played. 2 map 5s as well in a single day. Insane from Fluffy Dreamland. I think they do. The hero pool from Chime and Haven, they're extremely flexible. But just on pound for pound, I got to be pretty scared. I mean, we know how much cover, how much damage he can do, even against like a Reaper, Sombra, everything kind of thrown in to kind of counter the Winston kind of style of compositions. And it's going to be an upward tilt battle. I think Fluffy Dreamland, if they come away with a couple of games and go to another map 5, maybe that's where they end up unlocking their secret hidden power. I'm not entirely sure. But Timeless are probably not going to go that far with them, to be honest. I feel like it's a 3-1 Timeless if I had to put a proud on it right now. And, oh, maybe the audience kind of agree as well. 71%.
The logo. I still think it's the logo.
It is an insane logo. I love it.
I feel like there's a shot
make it into a sticker.
Dreamland.
That's all I'm
there's
saying.
An upset potential here. I'm not saying it's likely. I got you. Of course, Timeless are the favorite. I think just across the board, you can be maybe a little bit stronger players, but Fluffy Dreamland have shown really great team coordination, resilience. You know, stuff that I wouldn't necessarily expect.
Yeah, I'm sure the map vetoes and map set will have a word to say in the outcome of this match as well. So let's actually dive straight into this one. Jack, Jake, where are we seeing those teams play today?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Let's bring up the map pool. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Of course, all the maps have been predetermined prior to this series. And we saw that very much heavily influence a lot of the matches we saw previous from Fluffy Dreamland, Jake. Where do you expect we're going to see Fluffy Dreamland taking us? Because they'll be choosing maps to it. Well, I say that and it's just on the screen. So yeah, I forget it's not a WCS format. We can't talk about that just yet. But there you go. Nepal is going to start us off. And then King's Row, a fantastic map for Fluffy Dreamland, I must say, was picked by them. But Nepal first here for Timeless. They went to Samoa versus TSM. And that was the map they didn't end up taking in that series in the upper bracket final. So we're going to a bit of a different look here.
Yeah, you know, I think maybe they're just pretty confident on any control. Honestly, strikes me as a team that is going to just prefer this game mode in general. And to be honest, maybe they feel that some of these like cheeses, you know, the anti-Winston cheeses could be harder on Nepal. Like right now, Fluffy Dreamland rolling up with the Queen, right? So I think this is definitely like a gamble counter against Kuffa's Winston, which is in a way kind of an impressive prediction because I wouldn't have normally expected Winston to be played on this map or to be the default choice.
Well, Chime's asking. Okay, and then Kuffa replies. All right. Well,
okay, my bad.
Strat revealed.
Yeah, it was actually a genius mind game involving typing into the text chat.
There we go. Kuffa revealed that he's playing Winston.
You don't care. They're rocking it up with the strengths. And I don't hate it. You know, if these players just pop off on any given day, I feel like no matter what you play, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of my point in the pre-show, right? It's just if pound for pound, you're just a better team, you're a better tank, better DPS, better support. Like, if they're running counters, it's like, okay, sure. It's not like, I feel like in an old Overwatch 1, there were like hard counters. It's kind of diminished over time. Nice Gracie onto Vision.
And
just get dragged back in.
Squid, like, Squid is clutching to keep him up there.
Oh my god, everybody's so low though. Nice couple of shots from Lucamino. Not hitting as far. Good stuff. Love to see it. Just go for damage on the Alari. You don't need to heal. We don't need to use the right click. Why would you use that? You got a pylon to do it for you. All right, Timeless end up winning that first fight. That dynamite was huge, actually, coming from Vision. You saw Grapes kind of isolated. And what Kuffa's done very well over the last few games that we've seen him in, Jake, was just kind of waiting, buying his time, and then find the perfect opportunity to split the backline with a bubble.
Yeah, I mean, support's putting in work there for Timeless. Squid with the perfect care, keeping vision up, allowing him to get those kills, and Lugmino, you know, pressuring Tracer, getting a lot of space on this Illari. Astro over to the Diva now, Tracer as well for Chime, so they realize they need to up the pace against this Illari. I mean, Timeless have so much spam damage. It's hard for Fluffy Dreamland to cross this map. Maybe the Diva can help, but it's not going to be easy.
Hyper defensive bubble there. Oh, he's sleeping on the Astro. I think Squid was trying to go for the Tracer of all things. Yeah, 100%. You saw Chime blink, Squid went for the sleep on him, and well, hit the Diva. And that's a good kill. That's a good team fight.
And actually, it was pretty impactful, I think. Kuffa was like super low, and I mean, was getting the nanos, maybe would have been fine. That's a nasty stall on the Astro.
Oh,
nice quick melee out, actually. This is like, this is a good tip for the people at home. If you're ever being stalled out in your games, quick meleeing actually is a tiny boop. It like slowly works your way through the door if you quick melee.
All right, re-engage. A lot of ultimates for Timeless. A back-to-back team fight, you're like, come on. On control as well. You're almost in one fight, and you will be if you land any of these ults. Fluffy Dreamland's so far away from theirs, realistically. Timeless, Jake, they got 4.
I mean, so much to worry about for Astro, right? There's so many ults you have to eat. At some point, it could all become too much. And Kuffa's Primal, I mean, there's just no real answer. Grapes really wants to charge up the Sound Barrier before the engagement begins, just to secure at least that they get a team fight.
In the character Sun will be ideal here for Astro. He's got self-destruct in a couple of moments as well, so a second life. A big wraparound for Fluffy Dreamland as they've taken time. This is point, but Kuffa, oh my word. Oh, the Bob went in the pit. Well, we'll ignore that one vision, it's all good. If you get a kill, if not, we're putting it in the highlight reel. Nice little lamp there to prolong the life of Prota, but had to jump on the point in the end of it. And vision, he's just right in front of you. It's a little flip for Fluffy Dreamland, but it shouldn't last too long. It's still Timeless with 2 ultimates here. Grapes at least is able to use that sound barrier to get into this fight. Squid still with the nano, and the Captive Sun being unleashed here by Lucamino. And Astro, he had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, cowering behind that mech as Timeless take the round.
On this day, Bob did not do anything.
You saw the nobody saw that Bob vision. Unfortunately, my guy caught in 4K.
I love it. He like stops to line it up. He's like, I'm gonna look straight at the point so that Bob goes the shortest distance.
Do you understand me? At Jake. No one saw that Bob. We got a replay, right? Oh, we got the slow-mo.
It was like, it was good. I was thinking while he was doing it, I'm like, oh, he's gotta, like, does it run over that pit if he drops it? You know, does it make it the point? I'm not, maybe he has to look straight across so he goes, you know, the minimum distance, and it just falls in the pit. I lost it. I mean, Timeless, they just stopped that round, though. That was not close. Fluffy Dreamland, though, with another Winston counter being served up hot and fresh, this time the Maga. Timeless, though, on a very mobile look, could be maybe able to just dance away here, and Chime is potentially going to struggle against Doom's Echo.
Yeah, who are you locking down if you're Astro here and the rest of Fluffy Dreamland? This comp is so good when you fight as a 5, like 5-man unit, run at people, but everybody's so mobile on the side of Timeless. Gonna be a hard duel as well for Chime in the skies as Dooms is just hounding him down. See now kind of grouping up. Leap comes in from Kuffa. Chime pretty low. That beam coming in. There's Grapes narrowly escaping at that beam and Winston damage. They do end up taking the point first too, so Fluffy Dreamland actually, Jake, in a good spot if they can hold this fort down, but it's going to be a tough ask.
I mean, they're strong in these rooms, but that's the problem. You give up the map control, you're just being attacked from all sides.
And the stomp comes in. He's managed to CC cover for at least a brief moment. Chime accidentally ending their own life there on the bubble, I would imagine. And with Timeless taking that point, you saw the idea from Haven trying to get out onto the point, get the touch, so Timeless don't get the flip. And like you said, playing in those small rooms is ideal, but when you're under that much pressure, someone has to go for the touch. And that's Timeless getting a very fast cap. Like 8% is one of the lowest percents I've ever seen.
Reaper. Is the Reaper the answer? I mean...
Who's dealing with the fire?
The TSM, but ain't nobody dealing with the Echo, Jack. Yeah. Maybe Haven can on Tracer in theory, but realistically, nobody's dealing with the Echo. It's hope you don't die situation.
Hope you don't die. Do not die challenge to the Echo. Well, we'll see. There's a pulse bomb available for Vision. They got B coming up, they got Rush. Fluffy Dreamland Hope they're sitting on cloud 9 right now because it's turning into a little bit of a nightmare, especially with Grapes dead. Stick does land from Vision, and in that bubble too, it's just going to stop all that healing coming in, and even that rush on point can't save Fluffy Dreamland from the onslaught of Timeless. Do threw 2 support ultimates into that fight. But that is Timeless in full control still.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, 2 for 1, you keep control of the point, never lost the flip. Like, you're looking really good as Timeless right now. Honestly, I feel Fluffy Dreamland playing a little bit scared from what I've seen so far. They're not showing a lot of confidence, and maybe it's hard to with the pressure Timeless are exerting on the map.
Grapes is taking an ultimate.
Oh, no!
Oh, Grapes! Oh, my. Oh, Grapes. He drops the K in chat. Oh, dearie me. Well, if there's one thing this game has been so far, it's been a bit of a comedy. Timeless are going to wipe the team, and that's a sound barrier in spawn from Grapes, and that'll be map number 1. Couple with another lol on the chat. Good stuff. A lot of highlights.
That's a worrisome map for fans of Fluffy Dreamland. You know, I said there's upset potential. Maybe that's a caster curse, but it's also just map 1. You know, like fraudulent game mode control.
Fraudulent game mode.
But so Timeless look fierce, man. They're playing with so much confidence today. Yeah. It's a little scary, right? It's a little scary when everyone's popping off. Even Kuffa hits the landing pack damage to boop the Lucio off. And I think it was a good land, too. It's quite close to get that much boop to send him flying off the map. Truly, I don't know if I've seen that one before.
I think every Lucio has been there.
In Overwatch.
Every Lucio has been there where you're like, okay, where's the death box? Where is it going to kill me? Where can I survive? Can I attach to myself to the wall? If not, then, oh, instant death. And, well, that was really the end of the team. Grape had the beat as well. You needed that for that fight. But a 2-0 for Timeless. Kings Row up next. Like, they had 2 map 5s yesterday. I still believe, and I think a lot of the chat are with me as well, but with Timeless taking that convincingly, it's maybe out of the realm of possibility, but we'll see.
You gotta remember, I mean, Timeless had, Fluffy Dreamland had a map like that against Team Z, where, you know, map 1, they just came out so hot, completely dominated, and then that ended up being a closer series. Is Kings Row's next right, Jack? Like, that's a...
Kings, yeah.
I mean, that's a confident pick, because for me, that's a pretty good Winston map. Like, all else being equal, you know, you can play some counters, you can play the Junker Queen or some Diva comp that really puts pressure on it, but it's a good Winston map, and on a map as well. Squid having another huge game here, as he very consistently does here on the Flex support.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke it to death, I think, Jake. Lucamino and Squid, so good in the back line. Like, their Brig and the Ana comps, clean. I really like Lucamino also playing the Alari, especially on this map. A lot of poke, a lot of spam damage. That was unfortunate for Astro there. I would have gone for the remake just to get some damage in, maybe get a kill.
Well, that's because you're not nearly as good at the game as Astro, because remaking and damaging the Winston would just feed more support ult charge for no.
Yeah, but it would have been funny if I got a kill.
You wouldn't have gotten a kill, Jack. It was the right play. You did the right play. No. Honestly, that's something I do like to see, actually, is like the staggering kills, you know, after a one team fight. It's something I think is like actually super important at the highest level, you know, because the potential reward is like, you might, like, you know, it felt like some of these, like both of these rounds, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, they don't even have like a real fight. And these little late staggers, like they add up when he's doing them consistently.
There he goes. Here he goes. Like, here's the other angle.
It's a nice jump by Kuffa to like, did he just read that? He saw the Lucio wall riding and like jumped.
He saw it. He saw him. Yeah. He jumped up to that top little bit over there. Yeah. And then hit the slam.
The highlights, the Malga coffee watching the Lucio die. True track.
Oh, that was a low light reel there from Grapes. Unfortunate, but it happens. Everybody makes mistakes. Kings Row, like you said, pretty good Winston map. Do you expect maybe Fluffy Dreamland go towards the Queen or the Malgor again to kind of counteract this? Because the timeless Kings Row is pretty fierce.
I feel like maybe a Diva is your best bet, because you probably still want to play some kind of dive. I don't know that the just rushing it down on the Winston, it's not generally a very good strategy unless you're going to go absolutely hog wild and play Bastion or something that, like, you know, is just overwhelming damage. So I feel like you still need to play Diva. You still need to play mobile. If you get too tunneled on Kuffa, you aren't going to win this game, right? There's too many threats on the side of Timeless. You got to be continuing to play the map and play well.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if Fluffy Dreamland can do it as we jump into the map in just a moment. I mean, it was their map pick. New Queen Street, Survivor, Junkertown if we ever go there. course, this is a first to 3 as well, so we might not even get that far. First to 4 for the finals too. TSM waiting there after beating Timeless in the upper bracket in a 3-1 fashion. Timeless only taking that Samoa map yesterday. A King's Row was taken by TSM, although still pretty close series. It did feel like TSM a lot of the time was in control. And Fluffy Aimers, of course, making a ridiculous run through that lower bracket. 2 map 5s back to back. Like, that is a sheer grit and determination from the squad. And at least a 3rd place finish minimum here for the team.
Yeah, still not bad, but I mean, I think they'd love to like put up a fight here. You know, you don't want to go down the way map 1 just happened. Like, no team wants to end the tournament that way. You know, even if you end up losing to Thomas, you know, like at least fighting it with grit and determination here.
Got a little bit of time, just getting the rest of the players in the lobby, but you can sign up for FACEIT League Season 3. October 2nd is the closing date there for registration, so make sure you go check it out, fce.gg/s3. There you go, perfect. Rolls off the tongue, kind of.
Are you ready to go pro, Jack? Is this your moment? Let's make a team.
I'm ready. Alari one trick, I'm ready.
Actually, I'll play
I've strayed away from the Alari as of late. I don't think she's that good anymore. Especially with Juno
back to Ana, your old ways.
Yeah, just Scott is always playing Juno, so I'm just like, I'll play Ana, bro. I'll play Ana or BAP. So he's asking if you need a RAM. Yeah, we need a RAM.
I've been playing tank, so I'm a Winston enjoyer these days. I play a little bit of everything though on the tank. I played a little bit of Wrecking Ball the other day. We won. I won my match on Wrecking Ball, Jack.
How? Like I was saying, your DPS is supposed to have been hard carrying.
I'm good at Wrecking Ball. Don't worry, I'm doing my thing. I think we had a Reaper and a Junkrat, so you know I don't know about that.
Reaper and a Junkrat. That is the most like NA solo queue comp I've ever seen.
It was chaotic.
It was ball, Junkrat, Reaper.
I loaded into the game. I saw Reaper and Junkrat. I think I was like, I'm gonna play
ball.
I'm gonna play Wrecking Ball.
Time to play a single player game. I think we're just working through some technical difficulties or just players getting to the lobby. We're just going to jump to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got King's Row up next. Fluffy Dreamland taking on Timeless. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. We're just waiting for one more player to get into the lobby, and they should be in there now. Ready and raring to go. Timeless versus Fluffy Dreamland here in the lower bracket finals. Timeless already up a game. Yeah, what a domination it was.
Hot start. Seriously, hot start to the series. And to be honest, for either team here, right? Like this is you're looking ahead at a long day. If you win this match, you're going ahead to the grand finals. For Timeless, that would be a rematch. You want a hot start, right? You want to be feeling yourselves and like not only winning, but like putting on a show here to just like load into that grand final with full confidence. And for either team, I think make an upset against TSM.
All right, here we go. So load in. Fluffy Dreamland's pick, and even you said, Jake, like maybe a little bit confident in themselves in this matchup because, hey, cover Winston, pretty good on this map. Did play it yesterday versus TSM.
Yeah, and TSM, to be fair, maybe Fluffy Dreamland trying to take a page out of their book, right? They played a lot of this Tracer Pharah Diva with the Ana Brig, and they were able to win on King's Row, especially Luke Mino, I think, trying to play the Alari to counter the Pharah, but, you know, sometimes in the offense, just feeling a little bit awkward on the character, so see what Timeless have cooked up if they've got any adjustment here. Defense, though, I think is a strong point for the Winston comp, right? Kind of no matter what the enemy plays, there's always an opportunity to get those dives in.
Well, they're going to have to come up with something special. Let's get a Fluffy Dreamland listening. We open this up.
Yep, they've been nade.
Top right, but inside
Monkey top right. Can I nade Monkey when we walk?
Alright, let me go take angle top right one.
Oh,
I can go 3.
He's not sitting in between the building.
Monkey jump forward.
Josh is shooting at me. I need heal.
I'm taking. Shoot Monkey, I'm shooting Monkey.
She can shoot that boy.
Try on me. Shoot Monkey goes low HP, not getting heal. He jumped down, we can walk
On
out.
a window.
I'm taking top.
Monkey,
Ana might be booped down. Ana might be booped down.
Brick is retaking top right. Retaking top right. Nading.
Help me, block off.
Anti-break.
Break one.
Try Monkey.
Monkey in.
Okay, we can push.
He didn't dead, I'm in top.
Really hard turn. Look at this Ash. Look at this
Ash one.
Okay, nice.
Tracer behind on me.
Yeah, I'm
Walking in.
Bubble shooting bubble.
Monkey.
I need heal photo in the room.
I'm dying.
And we're back. We're back. As soon as you stop trading, we're back, actually.
Tracer never half on our spawn.
They don't have tank. Can we just cap the point?
Oh, no, I'm not pushing him, actually. Capping it.
Haven can't watch it.
Those antis from Proto were rather large, catching cover a little bit off guard. The backline too, just
chance for a retake
job.
here though. Nah, they're not gonna go for it. They're just gonna keep
Tracer
behind,
down
set up for the future.
Escort the payload.
Fluffy Dreamland,
can
I mean,
actually stay here though.
this poking style looked good, right? Like Timeless can't really find the opportunity to actually get in aggressively, and they're slowly being bled out by this Pharah and Ashe. You know, there's pressure on Doomed and Kuffa, I think, to find an opportunity and crack this open for a kill, but you got to push out the Diva first. I mean, there's a lot of things to be busy with. Need a lot from Doomed. Oh, that's an Ashe standing still.
Spicy one clip. Even the pack there from Grapes not helping out quick enough. 4 minute 30, nano boost coming in. It's actually on Chime of all people, but it's something we've seen time and time again. And an equally good nano onto Vision. So scary, this Ashe nanos. Another pick we've seen a lot getting the nano boost. It just forced away Fluffy Dreamland. Basically a complete reset with both nanos trading out.
Yeah, Timeless, pretty happy with that. I think the Nano Pharah is a really huge threat that they've got to be constantly aware of. Still Barrage available though, so it can replicate some of that overwhelming team damage.
Good nay, Doom looking for another one clip here. Yeah, quickly sniffed out though. Chime 11 HP, manages to get out of the way of Vision's LOS. Bob available, same with his Primal Rage and the rally. There was a very early rally there coming through from Fluffy Dreamland. There's now the advance from Timeless, that barrage from Chime, just getting a lot of that damage getting absorbed. That was thrown towards him by that Matrix. Perfect defensive countermeasure to help Fluffy Dreamland and Chime succeed. There you go, that'll be point 2 being pushed now as soon as this race is cleared up. 3.5 minutes to go now, Jake. A Squid staggered.
Oh, that's a brutal stagger too, because Squid, he's gonna be so slow off the spawn. I mean, you might be missing an Ana. Fluffy Dreamland could be rolled into the 3rd point right here if all goes well. Kuffa's Primal is kind of the biggest obstacle standing in their way though. Tough spot to be on Winston though. Hard to imagine much follow-up can come through.
Already had to use that bubble, and the Bob's been deployed as well. Kuffa's gonna have to use this Primal Rage to stay alive. Hopefully Squid gets back in time for the rest of Timeless as he turns his sight towards Chime high in the sky. Already 500 HP though, has to back off. Just get some health back up as the Primal Rage eventually subsides. And now Chime looking for another nano dive. Perfect double poop there onto Squid. Nothing Squid could do about that, and Vision also bites the dust. A return nano onto Kuffa, and even a rally thrown here by Timeless. In fact, throwing all their ults. That Pulse Bomb connects onto Grapes, as this point 2 has been defended quite well by Timeless thus far, as Kuffa is refusing to go down. Chime might even earn a barrage too. A self-destruct to get the remake onto Astro, as Doomed is just holding down the fort on this small off-flank.
That's a big pick from Vision. Might be enough for the defenders to stabilize. Seems like it sent Fluffy Dreamland packing. No, only losing the Tracer. She should be back quick, but Vision would love to get one more. Ooh, Chime.
Not
Lucky
quite.
to get away. And now you stabilized, right, for Timeless, crucially. And at a spot on the map where I think it's very hard for Fluffy Dreamland to play this slow and defensive style, especially with Vision's Widow, you know? You can have the greediest poke heroes in the game, but playing slow against Widow is a dangerous prospect, especially with somebody like Vision on the server.
Yeah, they will hit a shot eventually. It will happen. Doomed giving the information to the rest of the team that maybe Fluffy's Dreamland going to the left-hand side here, but it looks like Chime have his spell on this high ground. Earned a barrage. There's no nano boost here, sadly, from Crota. And Vision just playing all the way back too. Doesn't want to get randomly picked off, of course. Only 200 HP, the Widowmaker. Sees Chime, sees the Tracer as well. Could sleep onto Grapes as the nano... the rally was pushing Fluffy Dreamland forward. Doom's the first to fall at the hands of the Brig. Chime also going pretty low, but receives a couple of shots and a couple of packs there from his backline to keep him up. And now here comes another Primal Rage from Kuffa. Briefly antied in the front line, but still manages to take care of Grapes as Squid landed an anti of his own. And now just isolating the backline. A double kill for Kuffa. No supports available from Fluffy Dreamland, and only a nano boost onto Haven to try and salvage this fight. But even Astro cannot even get this self-destruct to get the remake, and it would have been a fool's gambit if he even decided to use it. Only a minute to go for Fluffy Dreamland, and 3 meters before this second point. Time is just choking them out on this map.
That was a beautiful Primal from Kuffa, not only opening up onto the Brig, but with the patience. He's looking at that Ana. He's hungry. He knows he can jump and kill her so easily, but to stay on cart, waiting for those supports to get ready for Luke's rally to be able to hold the car, then he goes and gets the kill. I mean, that's just beautiful work, ensuring no C9, and Timeless continuing to hold at a very strong position on the map for them. This is a key defensive hold that Fluffy Dreamland have to break, but I can very well see Timeless making the full hold, especially with Infrasight. So hard to push into this ability, so incredibly difficult.
Oh, that's a
Onto
good
the
kill.
Tracer.
Yeah, of all things, yeah. I mean, Kuffa did a large portion of that in the fight too. He assisted in that kill. It didn't look like it on the kill feed, of course, but he was... Oh, hang on a second.
Hold on.
I interrupt my own point to bring you breaking news. Protoss in the bar, lands a nade on Lucamino. Chime does end up going down to the nano right click of the Winston, and Cover is just holding down the fort on the sidelines. Both backline is now dead for Timeless though, and Vision also falls. A miracle play there from Prota to salvage this push. Over time here, as Astro and Haven holding on to their ultimates. Cover can't stay around for a moment longer, has to get back. 75 HP, he's going to get healed up in just a moment as soon as Squid and Lucamino come back into the action. But is he actually going to be able to touch? He's playing around the Mega Health Pack for the time being and earns himself another Primal Rage. Ends up pulling it, but Lucamino's already dead. And now Squid, the only healer for Timeless here, is going to have to keep Cover alive. Anti-naded. Little hope here to salvage this one, as Grapes and Prota are doing a Lord's work here for Fluffy Dreamland in the front line. Cover at least gets back onto the point, but cannot hide from that self-destruct. And nor can he hide from Prota and Haven just pumping him full of bullets. Fluffy Dreamland make it work.
Finding a way through a difficult scenario. Well done by Prota, you know, to read that flank, go for that gambit. Lucamino gonna swap over to the Ari, so a little bit more poke potential, but Fluffy Dreamland have that power combo, right? Nano Barrage, kind of all on Squid. Feels like he's the only one who has the tool to stop this, and it's all you're riding on that Honest Sleep Dart, which with Astro, he's been so consistent following these Pharah dives in, ensuring that, you know, Ana just doesn't have the opportunity to make those plays happen.
See how much impact here Vision can have. Going for the short grapple. Oh, hits the heady too. Haven not going down though, and it's actually Chime that's checking Vision right now from across the way using those rockets. It's only a matter of time before one of these winners gets a pick though, Jake. Here comes the rally, however. Nano Booster also on Chime. Nano Barrage into the spawn, but where are the kills? There's one. Ooh, we'll take another one too. Direct's not quite landing. Hit one. Lucamino does end up going down to Prota of all things as well. 65 HP in a dream on the spawn doors of Fluffy Dreamland. With 22 seconds in the time bank, throw both support ultimates and the barrage in to get that checkpoint.
Okay, the confidence game is on, right? Like we can handle this, Winston. We're coming. We've got answers, and it's the D.Va Pharah Tracer. Timeless pretty much playing the same thing we saw from them yesterday, which was just a little bit short against TSM, and now Fluffy Dreamland executing it to much similar effect.
See, this is the point I was talking about. Force the recall too. Cover was right-clicking the Trace that entire time, force Haven to recall, and Doomed lands a nasty stick.
Haven has to be resilient here. I don't think Tracer is like his biggest comfort hero, and he's got to take this in order to enable the style for, you know, to play the Pharah Tracer. It's got to be him a lot of times on this Tracer, taking the 1v1s with Doomed, who is super comfortable, super experienced on the character. So for Haven, I think the goal is just hold your own, right? Like make this, you know, make these flank fights competitive, find a few picks here and there, and just be a stabilizing force, because compositionally, I like what Fluffy Dreamland are playing. I think Timeless, you know, like they're sticking to their guns. It's late in the tournament. I can understand that, but I'm a little worried, you know, will they be able to change the script if they repeat matchup against TSM later in the grand final?
See how the defense does in that regard. Oh, I wonder if Ilari is going to be picked here by Lucamino. It's a little bit of a greedy pick, but I can see it working out.
Yeah, I mean, this has been their answer to the Pharah, right? To play the Ilari, which I think it works. I understand the logic there, but sometimes it's just on these offenses. King's Row has so many tight quarters. A lot of pressure on Lucamino to find kills, find a way through this, you know, nest of spam, but it'll be Vision who does it instead.
Yeah, well, that's a good start. Ash down, Haven falls, and I think that might be a kill too. Yeah, those sticky bombs, the left clicks from Lucamino. Both DPS dead for Fluffy Dreamlands. Looks like Astro's going to try and escort the backline. That is a very aggressive bash. Almost went down to Vision. Luckily, he put up the shield just in time, as we do see Haven now on the Widowmaker to try and match. Touch. Yeah, they're going to get it. How long can Astro last, though, realistically? Okay, yeah. About 0 seconds. All right, there's Point, and there's Melee.
I mean, this is such an interesting comp matchup, because even though what both teams are playing, like a lot of people would call this a dive comp, they're essentially playing a poke mirror, but they just happen to be playing Winston and D.Va. Like, there's not much intention to dive in these comps. It really is just, you know, brawling for space with the tanks, and then for the most part, playing for picks, right? Playing to put pressure on the enemy team, force them into some action. And it's Fluffy Dreamland who are gonna take the bait and say, all right, let's go. Like, we'll swap to the Tracer. We'll bring that aggression. Vision matches it as well. You know, doesn't want to take that heat on the Widowmaker. See if they can battle though in these streets with no brig. I think that'll be the biggest challenges here for Luke to hold his own. These close range, brawling engagements against brig.
There's so much damage though. is the thing with the Alari.
You're such a huge Alari fan.
Yeah,
It's
dude, I love it. I love Alari. Oh, what a dupe. Perfect duplication, avoiding that rocket damage coming in from Chime. Doom looking for this free barrage. Spots a couple of people lacking, I think. Sleep Dart goes a little bit wide too. Although it doesn't go wide, sorry, not on the far at the very least. Duplication barrage there. Proto ends up falling over. The sleep landed on Cuther, but I think it was Doom that you really wanted to sleep there. Or maybe you're just caught between a rock and a hard place. Chime also going down to the Echo. That'll be a 4-minute and 20-second time bank. Look, they're moving in, Jake, with 3 ults, maybe 4 with this pulse. Good luck, Fluffy Dreamland. This recontest is going to be scrappy, at the very least.
Yeah, it's a great job by Doom to just break the fight open, right? Like, bring a lot of the tension off of the backline. They're able to step up and get a little bit more done. Fluffy Dreamland still could fight this out. It's such a delayed contest, though. Will you go for it?
All right, forces the recall. Yeah, I really like that ultimate.
Yeah, agree.
And as well, Cuffer playing super far up too, so Astro reclaiming that high ground where Cuffer was that whole time, so Astro wasn't the one to push. They sent the Tracer. Nice nano on the Pharah. They're going to try and reclaim a little bit of space on this mount. They don't want to get rolled over here. The steamroll cannot continue as Chime finds 3 kills. Maybe even a 4th there as well. Uh-oh. Looks like Astro's going to steal that one away from him.
Nice. Good stabilization, and with just the Nano Pharah, I mean, that's something we've seen from Fluffy Dreamland. Even when they're under a lot of pressure and they're struggling in a match, still they're going to be conservative with these ultimates and can maintain a strong position to potentially make this comeback.
Trade there, Chime for Squid. Barrage onto the bubble as he's taken down by Cuffer. Even setting up in a nice spot with the pulse bomb, but here comes the rally from Fluffy Dreamland, but Grapes instantly going down. That ultimate getting 0 value for Fluffy Dreamland. As Cuffer and Vision just jump on the brig as soon as they hear that ultimate go off. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go yet again, Jake. There's Fluffy Dreamland. Now they're going to get spawn held.
Getting Cuffer's Primal out, I think that's decent. It's something to be happy about for Fluffy Dreamland, as they at least can probably walk out of the spawn door. It's Squid who I'm worried about, like this nade. Oh, Cuffer's naded first, though.
He's 1 HP, gets instantly healed up, though, and here's the duplication on the Reaper of all things. Oh, love to see this. Their backline's in a whole heap of hurt right now as Haven ends up going down. Duplication eventually gets taken out by Chime, but quickly laid to rest there. Briefly, at least, by Squids. Nanobush comes in onto Astro. Proto narrowly nano-jaxing that. Oh, the Ana going down to the very last moment there. Can't quite get a kill. That pile on the Alari healing and the Ana healing, just making sure they stay alive. And Vision, even with this pulse bomb, not sure he's even going to need it, but throws it in there for good measure. A lot of damage done in that small room, and with only a meter to go, looks like Timeless are going to finish this one with a whole heap of time in the bank.
Maybe. Are they? Baptiste out? Maybe going to clutch this. Diva's here too.
Just land the nade. I'm coughing and choking on something. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like Timeless are doing exactly the same thing, as they don't manage to get this point.
The Reaper clutch comes out. Time and time again, Reaper has been the savior in this meta. I'm starting to believe. Jack. Haven, good pick, and bringing out the Cassidy. Don't mind this choice at all, right? Like, you can still brawl it up here, peek these corners alongside the Reaper. This is a classic DPS duo, an OG DPS duo, and one that I think kind of works well in this spot. Still, the dives, he's got to be careful of a nade. A nade would be pretty terrifying to face in this spot. Astro's got to keep his head on a swivel and block whatever Squid's got going on.
Magnate could be kind of annoying for Cuffer as well, but it doesn't last too long. Death Blossom for Chime, just hiding around this corner, making sure Vision doesn't have an entrance into the back line. Nano boost for Cuffer, jumps straight into the back. The Captive Sun too. Oh, it's not going to connect. A perfect D from Astro there, but can't eat these hands as Cuffer pops that Primal Rage, locks Reaper in a small room, but luckily the support is coming through. That window, the amplified healing and damage is helping Fluffy Dreamland stay in this fight, but not enough apparently to help Astro stay in mech. Still though, Chime holding on to this Death Blossom on the point. It's going to be tough for Timers to jump in, but they got the tools to do it with. They got this duplication as well if they really need it, and they've already forced this Wraith form from Chime. The only option he has left now is spin to win, and it is just a press Q to die button, very Pharah-esque, as now is a small, timeless push as Fluffy Dreamland are eventually taken over here. Self-destruct, not going to find too much as Doom just cowers behind that payload. And we're 2 minutes and 16-second time bank versus a minute, still Timeless in the lead.
Not bad recovery though for Fluffy Dreamland, right? That round felt really bad, but in the end of the day, right, they get some good stalls, they clutch a couple fights on defense, and it's made this a manageable time bank difference. You know, we were looking at maybe a 4-minute cap for Timeless where they would just have such a huge edge, you know, so many chances at it. But 1 minute to 2 minutes, to be honest, on King's Row, I don't even hate being the team with 1 minute. You know, sometimes you win that fight on first with the overtime respawns. Maybe the defenders don't spawn at the forward, and you start, you know, snowballing through the map with that overtime. So in a weird way, don't hate this too much for Fluffy Dreamland. Still though, that's just a dream. That's just a vision of what's possible. You've got to actually put up a quick fight win to make any of that happen here. And with only 1 minute on the clock, there's no margin for error.
One push is all it takes. It's happened.
We've seen the 6 cap
time and time again.
I'll tell you,
exactly.
I've seen the 6
with
cap.
OT
6 capped. I have 6 capped. It does happen.
It is
I've
possible.
seen the 6-6 score line with the 1 minute overtimes on King's Row. So you know what? This is always a spicy one.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why it's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The King's Row is it's just always been the best map in the game. I'm curious why. There's some sort of psychological effect to it, I'm sure. That's a very preemptive nade. Yeah. Oh, eaten. Nice eat though. Yeah.
Stealing that
He's
lineup.
got that. He knows the lineup. All right, Haven. Quickly on the win it. Match on the Tracer again. Oh no, we're going for the Ashe this time. Yeah, Vision's on the Ashe too. So that makes a lot of sense.
I like this. I mean, this got Fluffy Dreamland's offense started last time. Proved hard for Timeless to find a hole in the attack that they can pressure. Vision, ooh,
Good dynamite damage. Looks like Vision is going to survive to tell another tale. Maybe Haven not so lucky. Vision takes down Prota too. 25 seconds to go this push. And with how Cuffer always plays as well, just so far up, taking as much space as humanly possible, it's so hard for Fluffy Dreamland to push in.
Yeah, now with very little time, I wonder who's going to touch. Maybe it's Astro, but look how Lucamino's positioned, right? So forward on the point. If this Diva touches, she is about to have to take a fight with Brig that I don't think she wants at this spot in the game.
Vision super low again. Good nades. Good sleep too. This should be a D-Mech on Astro. It is. No tank really available anymore. Whoa, Squid just launched out of that window by Chime. Nice little boot, puts him in an awkward spot. A nice nade from Prota finishes off the Ana here. So this is a big win for Fluffy Dreamland. Getting that high ground control was paramount for the team, and Chime enables that with a single boot. Here's the push, Jake. A rally used and just to secure the fight is Fluffy Dreamland. They're going to get the payload going.
That is pretty big, though. I mean, forcing the rally out is actually so valuable in these overtime situations where you know you're going to have to just brawl and force some staying power on card. You know, what do you really have to deal with the rally that comes from Luke? I think you really need to see maybe this Nano Far tunnel this break, because if Luke gets that rally and there's no strong counter to it, it's going to be a really powerful moment for Timeless to clear the objective and end this offense.
Oh, stick. Worthy attempt there from Dooms. Goes wide. Nano on the Farah. Chime hunting for targets, but can't quite see any. See the little blue silhouettes here as Vision ends up going down first of all things, but Astro has been naded. A nano boost in return here from Cuffer, and he's got this Primal Rage. Oh, it's danger at the best of times, but when Cuffer's got it, it's jacked up to a whole new level. There's a Primal Rage against the Barrage, and it is quickly taken out. Chime at least finds one here, but Cuffer should be able to take over this game, although this Bob is holding the fort down still. Providing a little bit of space and time here for Fluffy Dreamland, maybe to find another kill in this fight, but with a Squid and Cuffer on this point. A nice little nade there, but the damage is just too great. Grapes comes up large, and a slightly staggered Squid is going to make sure this Fluffy Dreamland push keeps rolling.
It's great target focus from Chime, right? He gets only one kill with the Barrage. You think, oh, he got shut down so quick, but it was onto Lucamino at 99 rally. Timeless got their legs taken out from under them by that Barrage, and Fluffy Dreamland in the end fighting close to their spawn. Cuff over to the Orisa, Doom to the Genji. I actually kind of like this read. Like, with your rally, you're about to just go absolutely ham into the back line, and why not go all in with that? You know, Genji gets a reset quickly. This is going to be a team wipe. Graves, though, 90% to his own rally. You do not want to let him bridge that gap.
You desperately need it. Yeah, there it is. Got the ultimate, a big nade too. Doom to Cuffer in trouble. Haven has this high ground as well, so it's going to be hard for Vision to challenge him, although I say that, of course, Vision wins that 1v1. That Bob, too, doing a lot of work, and that rally, Jake, oh, it did absolutely nothing for Fluffy Dreamland there. Doomed almost going down to the remake, but this is where the push will end, but a very defendable point. Hey, Timeless only have 2 minutes You get that off OT. I mean, you're feeling pretty happy yourself if you're Fluffy Dreamland right now.
You absolutely take that. This is a super winnable scenario now for Fluffy Dreamland, and I think it's possible. However, I am a little bit worried for them, right? Like last time, they kind of folded on first to a Widow pick from Vision. If they can just like dodge that threat, I wonder if Vision has the confidence to also play the Widow in overtime, right? Like there's so much pressure on you to find that kill and find it kind of quickly, get that cart moving. You know, it can be hard sometimes. So we'll see if he ends up going for the Widow. I think that would show a lot of confidence in this series. I wouldn't be shocked to see it, frankly, with how they're playing. But at the same time, maybe a more stable Ashe is going to come out here due to the overtime scenario.
Although one pick is all it takes, I'd love to see the Widowmaker.
I actually like the Widow. I think it's the best spot for the situation. You know, King's Row offense is just like, Widow is actually insane on first point attack, just so valuable. Getting on that high ground to the top of those trees and just like, hey, come touch the point. Well, why aren't you guys peeking the choke? You know, I'm here.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm chilling. I won't shoot you. I promise.
I would never snipe you as you came to touch the point. I would never snipe your honor.
Why would I do that?
Why would you think so?
That'd be silly. That would be silly and mean. All right, well, it's Haven on the Ashe. Vision maybe with a cheeky TP somewhere.
Yeah, I think just maybe TP to the high ground for the Ana. Just make her roll out a little bit quicker. They dodged the nade, they waited out.
There we go.
Yeah, this is nice.
Camino on the Alari too.
Little efficiencies, right? Little efficiencies, they add up.
All right, we'll see if Vision can do the same thing and take out Haven first. Nice no cover, forces bubble. Can't stay on this point for too much longer, although I say that. Lucamino's in a nice little spot as the Widow goes for the peek. Oh, don't do it. Don't test him. Couple shots on the Brig Shield there. Nice heads-up play from Grapes, making sure they escort to the Ashe, but now you've got to be worried about Vision on the off angle. They know exactly where he is now, however, although Grapes does get naded pretty low, but there's no follow-up, at least for the time.
Haven got slept in the melee there. No follow-up able to come through with Kuffa low and Vision.
4 HP.
Chased by Haven. That's big. Resets the offense almost certainly here.
Yeah, look at that. Everybody's backing up, just playing around the statue of Mondata.
It's such a tense balance here for Fluffy Dreamland, right? Like, you don't want to peek the Widow, but you need to shoot Kuffa off point and stop him from capping. He got 2 ticks in that last fight.
Ooh, that break shield as well. Not as healthy as it once was. I think it was 600 health at one point. Another good pick, though, from Astro. Doom's dead. Astro now just playing around this statue, making Vision's life an absolute living hell. 55 seconds to go. 2 ticks on the board for Timeless. Could do the same thing. They're just taking tick by tick by tick by tick. And they didn't even let that fully regress either, Jake. That was really smart from Timeless going back in straight away. Nano boost, looking like they want to put it on the Pharah. It's been applied already, but Grapes is already dead. And Nano onto the Pharah, has to do something here. But no, they're gonna let the cap go.
Kind of a big deal here, right? Like, especially with Kuffa getting a kill onto the Ana, letting that flip go means you're just going to be spawning right here as Timeless. Squid onto the res as well, going to get Kuffa back into the fight a little quicker. Love that little tech play, especially after, you know, already using that nano. Fluffy Dreamland over to the Bat Brig, right? So really going all in on like being insanely durable and surviving the dives. I love this decision. I think this is actually a great look. Gives you really strong staying potential on the card in overtime. We could see like Chime barraging inside a drone under a Diva Matrix. That is like, there's no answers to that. You just have to escape.
You have to run. Out of the best of times. All right, well, duplication for Dooms. On Ana, sadly, but he might just want to duplicate something to stay alive. Ends up duplicating the bat, pops a lamp down. That barrage not doing too much. Doom just going to get knocked out of that duplication and chased down by Astro. They do trade DPS for DPS, so Shime is pretty low. Now can re-peek into the fight after receiving a couple of packs. A 4-on-4 in the streets phase, and Astro with his self-destruct is going to give him another life if they really need it. Even a rally from Grapes going super aggressive. A nice little bash onto Lucamino, hits the stun, and it isolates Squid. Grapes is staying alive with the help of that lamp, and now Vision under a whole heap of stress here. Was able to kind of move his way into that mega health pack room, but it's all falling apart for Timeless right now as Fluffy Dreamland's defense is standing tall. Doom comes back on the venture, but they're the only one left, and a self-destruct on the point to round it all off, and Fluffy Dreamland, they're going to take King's Row.
That's a powerful moment to equalize the series, going to what I would say is a pretty decent Winston map and just rocking up saying, hey, the Diva is better. We're going to execute it more cleanly. And they do exactly that. So, right, like staying away from, I think, the more one-dimensional Winston counters, like, you know, running the Mauga, just like, oh, we're all gonna stand on the point and, like, you know, hope for the best. You give a lot of room to Timeless. Here, they play a much more, I think, aggressive and confident style, and that's a big overtime push from a time bank deficit that secures them a map win.
Anything can happen on King's Row when you're an OT, is all I'm saying. Anything can happen, despite Cuffer hitting some nasty Primal Rages. And thinking back to the first round as well with Timeless, they capped second point with like 4+ minutes. Like, that is an insane time bank to go into. Then they go into the next round, they only have 2 minutes 16 versus the single minute. Fluffy
it's just
Dreamland.
a couple of heads up clutches, right? To go bat Brig in that spot. Great look, right? Just to be like full on. I'm gonna drone you on car. I'm gonna heal you on car. I'm just keeping this Diva and Reaper alive on car, and then the Reaper, the Cassidy, very stable defensive heroes, just with a mindset of stalling the game out, right, and stopping the momentum. But that's exactly what you needed with Timeless snowballing through the map.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we talked about in the pre-show as well. Do they have the flexibility to go up against Timeless? What they're throwing at this series? And yes, I think the answer is definitively yes right now. New Queen Street up next as we look at some highlights.
And for Timeless, I wonder if this isn't some uncomfortable deja vu from yesterday. I mean, you had a really strong map 1, you know, you took it 1 convincingly against TSM, and then you got reverse up from there. So a little bit scary. But then again, this is a very close King's Row, and I think, you know, going to the map picks that we've seen for Timeless, right? I think the big emphasis for me is actually on vision, to be able to play long range hit scan comfortably. So New Queen Street, full of these wide open sight lines, Widow and Ashe, super comfortable there. And then Junkertown, you know, probably one of the best Widow maps in the games, save for Dorado, especially with Circuit Royale being, you know, kind of a rush map nowadays, oddly enough.
That boop was sick from Chime.
Chime did look solid on the far
Ana out the window.
Like,
nice
with a lot of pressure on him, even up against when Doomed was on the Echo, you know, still fighting super well. Kuffa,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I keep singing his praises, but the primals are so good, so clean. You have to be playing really well for Proto and Graves in particular here to just survive and like keep the pressure on the map, keep healing your team. Kuffa definitely is great punishing anyone misposition.
I mean, Fluffy Dreamland, the last time they played New Queen Street, because it really has been a Runa Sapi tournament, and I think will be for the, you know, even in OWCS, I think a lot of people just prefer that map. New Queen Street, a little bit more of a rare one. They did end up losing it to Team Zed. That was yesterday in the lower bracket quarters. And Timeless ended up playing it versus Citrus Nation. They ended up coming up with a win. And so I'm thinking, what is the game plan here? Maybe the Winston not being as powerful on New Queen Street, but it's still very doable. I mean, I think a lot of tank picks, to be fair, are pretty viable on this
Timeless
point.
picks, right? Yeah, so they want to play Winston here probably, and Ashe. So I think it's just straight up like, hey, take it to our comfort. I mean, they're not exactly like secretive, I guess, about what they're good at, but they are so good at it. And on maps like New Queen Street, I don't know really what the answer is to Winston other than also playing Winston. It looks like a solid Winston map. Maybe the Diva style can punish it. Fluffy Dreamland, I think the last time they played this map, they played like an Orisa Torb. It was funny and silly.
Right, I think.
It did not
yes,
work.
yes.
They went to a huge deficit from starting.
It was the
I don't think you
Torb.
want to do that against Cup.
Was it? It wasn't Torbalari, was it?
It was.
No, I think it was just the Torb.
Tracer, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Torb Tracy. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that now, actually, because Haven rocked out on the Torb, and then and you were like, well, they've lost the map because they got put. Yeah, they lost the map off that first part. I was like, no.
Yeah, the
I
NA
remember
just
that now.
didn't force the fight into them, and then the Torb was kind of just chilling and getting poked out.
Kind of chilling, getting poked out. I don't think we're going to see the Torb.
Any
Torb enthusiasts?
I also don't think I'm a Torb enthusiast, Jack. We're both Torb enthusiasts here in the casting.
Unfortunately, I don't
desk.
think we're going to see Torb, sadly.
Gotta will it into existence.
All right, we're back. New Queen Street, picked by Timeless. We were just waiting for one more player to join the lobby, and they are in. So we're ready to rock and roll. All 10 players suited and booted for this next one. Fluffy Dreamland taking King's Row, Jake. That OT push going all the way to that second point. They look pretty good. And Chimes Farah has been showing up just throughout this playoffs, to be fair. We'll see if Timeless going to their more comfort pick here. We're going to be able to run away with this one.
Yeah, we could even see Lugminos right here. I think it's certainly viable, but maybe they're going to go with the Brig and play something just a little bit more of a stable basis for Vision, who I think is the focus of these picks, right? Like, you know, you want him to play hard hit scan. If you're going to New Queen Street and Junkertown, you're pretty excited to put him on that role, and you know what he can do on it. Kuffa on the ball. Ooh, this is spicy,
ball.
Jack. This is low-key. I think this is actually quite good. I didn't know Kuffa played ball. Maybe I'm just being full jebaited, but
No, he's
I
playing
think
ball.
it's actually really good here. Oh, I'm excited for this, actually. This is
Okay,
great with the
ball.
Widow. So hard to deal with the Widow. Because yes, Tracer, Sombra, Queen, you get, oh yeah, like I'm annoying the ball, I'm hacking him, he can't play. And then the Widow's just taking hits. You have to push across the map and force fights to happen, and that means ball's gonna get opportunities.
Wait for someone to peek. Oh yeah, traced it. Smartly blinking across that open space. And there is Lucamino falling over. Although Cover gets a boob kill onto Grapes off of the map. See you later, son. They end up trading support for support. Feels like Haven almost read this as well. Fluffy Dreamland jumping over to the Sombra to start the map off. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think this comp could have worked against
no.
Wilson
Oh,
as
he missed the
well.
virus.
Oh, he's
Nice swift step as well.
Invis broken, yeah.
Yeah.
Double.
Surely Haven goes down. No, he needs to reload. Oh, there it is. Nice little SMG kill from Vision. We'll say it was a cool 180 trick shot on the Widowmaker, but we know. We POV'd him, sadly. Oh, Astro's dead too. They're just getting dude, they are inting on Visions, like literally inting on him.
You have to, right? Like that's, especially with the Queen, right? You pick the Queen to have like a better tech counter. It's like, I can just shoot, I do a lot of damage to the ball, I can pull him out of his rolls and mess him up. But with the Widow on the server, the Junker Queen is very awkward, right? No one's gonna defend you from Widow. You pretty much just press shout and run at her. I mean, like that is the play. But it's difficult, right? The Timeless know that's coming, and so you know, supports like Squid and Lucamino are ready for it. This is a good comp selection by Timeless. Kuffa pulling the ball out of his back pocket. Really valuable here.
Oh, and Vision kills Grapes.
I don't know if you can win against this on Queen. Like, you really need to get on top of the Widow, maybe a Diva, maybe a Winston. But then I feel like Timeless would kind of have baited you into a dive mirror, which is something they're super confident on.
Yeah, this comp is kind of nasty. Okay, Haven's ult charge as well. 55% on that EMP. Has just not been a factor in this game so far.
Dude, Grapes is 40 to a beat. Like, that is, it's been some tough.
Looking like
I mean,
AKM
is
looking
on
guy.
the struggle bus in this comp. It's just like, just stay on speed until we die. Like, don't.
Like, what do you
bother
heal
healing.
too? We're just getting one shot.
That's
Like,
the thing. You just stay on speed until everyone dies. Like, we kill the Widow or we lose, you know? And right now, it's proving so difficult to close that gap.
oh, sights up now for Vision, so we know exactly where everybody is. Squid dead. Charman's a nice sticky. There's a lot of things happening though, especially with their timers now pushing out. They've got the rush, they've got the checkpoint as well. Good Gracie pulls the ball back in, but that cleanse comes up big, although this might be a good opportunity for Astro to use this rampage, but who's actually going to use it on? Everybody's just running away as fast as they can. Even Vision's just getting chased all the way to their own checkpoint, and they can't secure the kill.
Yeah, you don't want to force it against the Widow in some of these positions. You felt like we would have loved to get that kill, but Timeless, great job keeping a bit of map control. Kuffa now, bombs on point, further gonna stall Fluffy Dreamland, and
We got EMP! Oh, triggers the Venom Mine. Oh, what a shot by Vision.
Goodness, he is on a heater today, and this is exactly what you need from Widow in this comp, right? Like, every kill Widow gets, it's just getting right into the head of the opponent. They're like, we have to kill the Widow, we have to do that. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. And then that just, you know, makes you forget about all these other threats. Doomed is gonna go unaddressed on this Tracer more often than not.
Please, someone kill Widow. I'm begging you. All right, EMP from Haven. Spots the Tracer. Tracer pretty low too. No manual hack just yet. EMP lands, only hits one. It's Doomed, insta-killed. No chance to react. Not for anybody. Everybody collapsed on Doomed. But it's only one pick. A single pick. Is it going to be something that turns the tides as Fluffy Dreamland still needs to figure out how to deal with Vision?
It's a start, but that's your EMP to kill a Tracer. I mean, like, that's not what you're hoping for. Kuffa gets the Nano as well.
Nano on the ball, beat comes in, Kuffa can just get out of there, and in fact finds a kill. Boops Haven, insta-kill onto the Sombra. And this bot ain't moving too far. Astro gets naded. Jake.
Squid just canceled the Queen ult? I didn't see anybody anti-healed. I think Squid may have just slept the Queen ult. I heard the voice line, but...
Oh my!
Jeez, okay, this map... Yeah, Astro, go Winston, bro. You can't Can't be slow walking as Queen against Vision. It's not happening. But now we've got the Infrasight, and this is, I think, one of the strongest matchups to have an Infrasight in, where Ball and Tracer having wall hacks is unreal to be able to like blink around corners and slam on people. I mean, it's so powerful to see everyone as you set up dives.
All right, they'll eventually kill Vision. Oh, it's gonna do it to him again.
You think?
I think, I hope, I pray, I beg,
the bubble,
please.
that's so sad. Bubbling far away from the Widow.
All right, Chime's got pulse. Here we go. Here's the kill. Oh, lands in the elevator.
Venom
Only went up. Vision dead though. There you go. Rush used. Timeless have lost their Widow finally and lost control of this spot. 79 meters to 5. There's a Fluffy Dreamland. I wonder if Vision's going to switch. All right, straight over to Casty. Mine to the mega health pack room there for cover. Chasing Chime away. Still surviving though on the wrecking ball, and there's another kill. Okay, Fluffy Dreamland actually finding a little bit of momentum. Roaches end up falling over, but they'll be able to get back to the point in with relative ease, especially as the Kiriko. Still got a lot of ground to cover though.
Vision needs to hit every shot, like, or
Astro's dead.
So he's actually fighting incredibly well there. Like, if he missed any of those shots on the Tracer and Lucio, they would almost certainly chase and kill him.
Man, I mean, Astro going down like that too is not good. They basically, what, how many meters did they get? 13 or something? It's not good. Oh, and Haven's caught.
Yeah, the pressure is just overwhelming. Oh, they're trying to get close to him. He just slips away.
So fancy footwork there. Very nice. Looking for a manual hack on the Cassidy. I mean, good luck. There's an Ana right next to him. Oh, Ana's alone. Information gathered. Virus hit. Used the Transicate to get away from the Ana. Still dies. Still dies to Vision. A nano boost deployed. Oh, just to save him. I mean, we got Squid, guys. All good. But unfortunately, the bot is moving away from us.
Mission accomplished. We got him.
Got him.
Everything.
Only cost our entire team dying and maybe a couple of extra meters lost.
Still, ults-wise, pretty good, right? Like, double support ult force. Fluffy Dreamland still have a big bank, right? So there's a position here where they've got the ultimates to start something, but you need to actually connect, right? They need that one decisive team fight, clear the map, and just take full control.
I really like the short Transicates there to get in stealth, like, instantly. It's kind of nice. Very short cooldown in the grand scheme of things, that Transicator. Rota don't challenge him. Oh, no, Suzu used. Still his TP away. Now they're calling for it. Kiri no CDs. Primal Rage popped. Vision isolated from the rest of the team. Easily cleaned up. All right, here is the momentum shift. Only using Primal Rage is going to be good for Fluffy Dreamland, Jake. They got 4 ults for this next one. Maybe even a checkpoint in their sights.
Yeah, and a very late death here on the Squid. Gonna give up a lot of card time. Cuppa back on the ball. And oh, Lupino does find the trade on a Chime, but fastest roll probably on the team. Think Timeless is gonna try and hold out for the checkpoint, maybe stall it with a minefield. But Fluffy Dreamland, I mean, this is a situation they've been in before. They go down early in the map, but then they stabilize, build a base of ultimates, and they put themselves in a decent position to make this comeback.
Oh, Timeless gonna have to deal with the CMP somehow. Oh, there it is. Let's get a Timeless, isn't it?
Help me. Nice. Stable. Yeah, I'm living. They didn't get checkpoint.
Their bottom left has balls on me.
Yeah.
Try out
I
one.
don't have funds.
Very help inside.
Nitty card, I'm lucky.
Knock you on. Breaking bubble.
I know those.
They're done. Where are you even?
Very health. They have no close spawn. Somebody's still
Really
really
good, chill.
I can roll through inside.
In the window.
I'm rolling through the top 2.
Play far back right. Nitty tube.
Knock you on. Knock you on.
Oh, one.
No, Suzu.
Someone.
NA.
Someone speak. Kai.
Cutting. I'll blend in.
I beat the way.
We have crew. We
Got the Get Mucky, back bubble. He doesn't have prime. Doesn't have prime.
Mucky.
Duster.
It's that point. Trade. Nice.
Back in
Man, taking this checkpoint.
And Vision's not done with the fight just yet. Cuppa's back. Vision's still brawling it out.
How are they still killing?
Damage before he goes down, and it makes all the difference. Creates the cleanup opportunity for Doomed and Cuppa. Vision with the confidence calling for that nano. Squid was like 98 when he called for it. Gets one last heal off, rips the nano with full trust. And I mean, that was a bit of a risky scenario to keep committing and pays off. Vision, great performance in that fight.
They got checkpoint though. Fluffy Dreamland still in a decent spot, but with 40 seconds to go, it is perfection that is required right now. Pulse bomb in the hands of Doomed as the initiation comes in onto Cuffa.
That was the big bang from Fluffy Dreamland though, right? Like that was their big shot to get an advantage. They still have a chance to make this comeback, but they're gonna need to win a couple fights here with only 20 seconds left on the clock. And Timeless are banking up ultimates of their own. They're saving up. They want to delay this to the final fight.
Pulse bomb. Oh, Grapes, you got to be careful. Grapes has to stay alive. Pulse bomb hits the wall. Doesn't even do a little bit of damage there. This Grapes was sky high at that point. Doomed now looking towards Prota. Gets the call. Prota's won. Prota dead. And same with Grapes. Grapes super low out of this fight completely. Haven's there for the backup though. Does end up killing the Tracer, but Cover steals the bot. They're going to have to touch, but they can't get it. Cover just rolled away with the game. Stole the bot right underneath the nose of Fluffy Dreamland and steals the map away from them. Beautiful stuff on the Wrecking Ball.
He minefields and then pulls the card away through the minefield so that they would have to chase the mines to touch. That's actually such a nice little play there from Kuffa. Fluffy Dreamland, though, made that a tight one, made that competitive after what looked like a really strong start for Vision on the Widow.
There we go. They are back in this. I mean, Vision's Widowmaker at the start of that was just monstrous. And getting that much of a lead early on, getting checkpoint that early too, like, you're feeling so good. And then Vision, you know, not doing like the ego thing as well, like, I'm popping off, I'm just gonna stay. As soon as the Astro Winston jumps in, hey, we go Cassie now. We end up rolling with Cass. We're back to a form that we're kind of used to as well. I want to see what they're going to play on Suravasa as we jump into these highlights, because yeah, this Queen just did not work.
Yeah, I think conceptually they were really not expecting the ball. I think this is like maybe, I mean, it's decent against ball in general, but the Widow is such an X factor, right? Like Queen, I mean, I guess Sombra could like solo assassinate the Widow, but at this level, it's just not happening. The team's there behind you. You really do need the tank to suppress the Widow. And when Vision's playing like this, I mean, you don't feel so good as a Sombra going on it. You know, you want a little bit of help. You want a Winston shield.
Oh, look at this. This fancy footwork. Yeah. Not quite 007, thankfully, but he's looking good. Yeah, that was this fight after this one, like with the amount of ults that they had EMP, rush beat, they had everything possible. But this also was ridiculous too. Deploying the nano at the very last moment there, when you think you're going to die, and then Vision just popping off, just pure confidence in your teammates.
Yeah, this is a big team fight to get the nano clutch out. Vision had a couple big moments here where like the fight looks pretty dire, or he's alone, and then through him just like hitting shots consistently, putting out big damage, it prevents the aggression from Fluffy Dreamland. Like, your Tracer takes a headshot, you're not really going to be going in anytime soon. You need to chill a little bit, and those little opportunities, right, that just creates more time for Doomed and Kuffa to work their magic on the ball on the Tracer, and you know, they found quite a bit of purchase there in the fight as well.
Yeah, Kuffa looked really good on the ball, although not too surprising, to be honest. His prowess on the Winston, definitely one of the highest we have here in North America, to be fair, especially in the FACEIT tournament right now, the Season 2 tournament. All right, Suravasa, what do you expect we're going to see from both squads?
You know, this is a spot where you could play the Orisa comp if you really wanted to. I mean, Fluffy Dreamland, Chime told us that that's like their specialist comp. That's what they're most confident in. I don't love the matchup against Winston. I think that little Torvin May might be a little too spicy. But you never know. Maybe even what worked on King's Row, right? Like this Diva Tracer Pharah style, for me, absolutely can work here. Although, to be honest, on Flashpoint, it's another spot where Winston, I think, can have a lot of impact. It maybe is a little bit harder to play that slow pokey style that they use to great effect on King's Row, to draw some of Kuffa's dives in.
I think, yeah, the Pharah might go kind of crazy. I don't think we're going to see Kuffa's ball again, although maybe we do. Ball's pretty decent on this map, although the Winston is just unbelievable. Like, there's just no shot, right?
I would think this is just a Winston map for them. I've also seen Luke play Iliari on this map quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, some of the points are more open than others, but you kind of swap in and out. You know, maybe bringing a Brig to a more close quarters engagement. But the Iliari, like for an example, on the mid fight, just having that poke advantage puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Like, they have to come to you, they have to make something happen. And for you, as you know, let's say Kuffa and Doom, like, they don't necessarily need to dive. They can just kind of keep trading, keep pressuring the point, and the damage coming from their teammates is going to create opportunities where they can just, you know, pick up easy kills on supports left behind.
Yeah, well, here's the maps. Might even go to a Junktown here, but Timeless are on match point right now after Kuffa stole the bot away from Fluffy Dreamland on the Queen Street.
Textbook ball gameplay at the end. Mines and steal the bot.
Yeah.
A classico.
Junktown might be quite interesting. A lot of Widowmaker play there, I would imagine, but
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping we're going to get there, but we'll see if Saravasa is just going to be as a shutout as Nepal was, because Nepal was very one-sided.
Yeah, Timeless, they look great in those dynamic, fast-moving styles of the Lucio carry. Like, as good as they are with the Ana Brig, I mean, at least in this series, that Lucio carry matchup was super one-sided, looked fantastic for Timeless playing at a higher pace. Junkertown, though, I feel is a little scary looking at the series from a Fluffy Dreamland fan perspective, because even if you come to Junkertown, it's a bit of a sword of Damocles there with how Vision performed on the Widow. It's like, how you feeling going to the Widow map at map 5 with Vision popping up?
Not great, if I'm honest. I mean, yeah, after you see that on New Queen Street of all maps as well, you're like, okay, well, now it's literally just Widow's perfect map. Okay, well, maybe we just roll over here. We'll have to wait and see, of course. I'm curious what was Timus and TSM. That was on New Junk City, yes, that is it. So that was a New Junk City match, a pretty close one, actually, between Timus and TSM. We'll see if Timus can meet them in the grand finals for a nice little rematch. I mean, Timus, Jake, they've not really had to play. This is a flashpoint. This is kind of a new situation for them. The only time they've played it in this bracket has been against TSM, which they did go to 4 maps.
Yeah, and TSM also, I think, picked New Junk City in order to deny Vision the wider spaces that Saravasa offers. I mean, between the 2 flashpoint maps, that's for me like the core difference here is basically Saravasa, quite a bit more space, opportunity to play hit scan should you so desire. And New Junk City just so much more difficult, although not impossible necessarily. So this choice for Fluffy Dreamland, playing the Maga as well, I mean, it's kind of an all-in against Kuffa's Winston. However, I felt they dealt with this Timeless so well on Nepal. They danced around and just never let the Maga really find purchase. And with Reaper as well, there's even more incentive for Timeless to be elusive and play this poking game. I feel like Squid could really get active in a spot like this, find some damage and kills of his own.
So a little bit more rough for Fluffy Dreamland as well. The last few matches they've played, they've not won a flashpoint. The last flashpoint they actually won was against Green Fortnite. That was the quarterfinals on day 1. They lost against TSM, Team Z, and Citrus Nation. They've lost every single flashpoint up until here. So, you know, they do end up capping the point first, though. So they're off to a good start.
Yeah, good patience from Fluffy Dreamland. Kuffa doesn't like this matchup. Unsurprising, the Reaper Mauga against Winston. It's a little hard for Winston. Junker Queen, though, new look for Kuffa. We'll see what he's got. I mean, the ball was fantastic. I think this is a great opportunity for him to open up that bag of tricks.
Yeah, let's have a little look. Poke's really annoying to the Queen, though. Smaller hitbox than most tanks. A Gracie onto Astro poured in. It's the Carnage swing straight on to the Lucio. Not the best position of all time there. Grapes just trying to boot people away, boot that Carnage away, but got hit with it smacked in the face. Timus ended up capping that point.
Punch and counter punch. Fluffy Dreamland all dying so fast they get the same spawn wave. It's efficient, but doesn't exactly feel good.
Yeah, but it looks cool. Everybody spawns at once. We're back in. Quicker re-engage. EMP coming up soon for Haven as well. Like,
I mean, Vision already has his though.
Vision, yeah, Vision already has his online. If they use it now, here's the rush. Translocator up in the sky. Haven 5% away. Sound barrier available from Gravesmith trying to fake that out first. There's the beat. Vision using that EMP in the front line. Vision's in trouble. Ends up getting taken down by Haven, but they do trade for Chime. So one less thing Kuffa has to worry about. That Carnage going a little bit wide, but it's all good. Now they've taken the lead on this flashpoint. 70% and building for Timeless as Vision makes a couple of swaps now onto the Ash. Haven can unlock this one though with an EMP of his own. He's on the sidelines but instantly spotted out by Doom.
So impactful here, has to find a way to get it to EMP. Luke's gonna beat aggressively.
Good presence of mind there from Doom as well. No, and Haven didn't have any skills to kind of get away. They used Sound Barrier to get in, and then Haven's in a position where he might just Ajax the beat if he ends up using it. Oh, Doom ends up going down to the fire there of Astro. Cage coming in, it's going to be hard to contest into that, but as soon as it drops, Timeless pounce, and there is the first point.
It's a great heads-up play from Luke, like, right? Typically on Lucio, you're gonna wanna hold that sound barrier, you know, wait for the EMP to come in and then respond, but they clear the Sombra, they sense weakness. Fluffy Dreamland just a little bit low on a few characters here. and just instantly pouncing with the beat, clearing out that fight really well. Fluffy Dreamland going over to the Winston against Ash Queen. I mean, this is an odd choice. I don't agree with this at all. I feel like this is going to be a really hard situation for Astro. The EMP, though, can kind of blow things open, right? Your heroes don't mean much when they don't have any cooldowns.
Oh, so what a cleanse from Squid. A little cleanse, a little TP away. The solo EMP, and he gets a kill to make that 2 on top of that. A masterclass of Kiriko play from Squid.
Oh, that was clean. The cleanse dodge. I mean, that's the risk you take going for the solo EMP on Kiri. It's just a bit of a skill check on her. You know, maybe if she's distracted, maybe if she's busy, she won't hit that. But a player like Squid, you know, just high percentage game. Astro back over to their mantra. Just wanted to try to make that EMP dive more explosives. Now they go for more of a rush mirror. But Kuffa looking great on the Queen, right? Like no, obvious mistakes so far. Just having this solid flexibility. This complicates the match for TSM, I think, in that grand finals. You've got to be worried about more threats maybe than you planned for against Kuffa.
Yep, there you go. Kuffa signaling it. Ready to rampage at a moment's notice. Shout's already been used. Vision uses that coach gun to get away from that vortex. See a little pulse bomb thrown in there as well. A sound barrier to match that rampage. And Kuffa's setting himself up really well there, Jake. Didn't end in a position where he couldn't escape from using the rampage and forces out the sound barrier from Fluffy Dreamland. And now is their time to re-encroach on this point. It did end up getting flipped after that sound barrier came in, but another quick turnaround there from Time as they only give Fluffy Dreamland 12%. And now they can just take over the Bob holding down the 4 as Chime only had one angle to get back into that fight. Didn't want to mess with the Bob. And there's the late kills coming through. And Jake, that is going to be Timeless taking another point. And they are 1 away from seeing TSM in the grand finals now.
Yeah, and it's looking likelier and likelier. They're executing with a lot of confidence here. Great moves by Kuffa, right? Like getting that rampage off. Grapes does beat, which protects his whole team. But Kuffa, you're still getting the lifesteal, and so you can kind of walk off any pressure that's on you as you retreat out, regroup with the team. Great read of the tempo right now by Timeless. They're not scared to get aggressive when they see the openings. Fluffy Dreamland have been caught flat-footed quite a few times here.
Kuffa holding this off angle was kind of nice. He uses that shout to try and get a bit of position. They're also going to pull that rush. Jump straight to the back line. Doomed. Oh, caught off a little bit there. Took a body shot from the Ash, and then Graves finished off the kill. Sound barrier for Timeless, and even a Bob thrown out by Haven, but they've already lost their tank. Kuffa's still hiding on this off angle here, but receiving a lot of support from Squid and Lucamino. 25 HP as he dips behind cover. No LOS for his supports. Timeless at least capped the point, but it'll be Fluffy Dreamland quickly approaching to try and find the quick flip.
Hold on, both supports alive, both DPS as well. This is holdable. Timeless are just following this so well.
Pulse bomb available from Doom too. They've already forced the block out of Chime. As Timeless, they're going to continue control the point. The flip is potentially coming through here for Fluffy Dreamland, but Doom gets another touch and make that a second one. As Kuffa is now back in the fight. A window's going to open up a kill onto Squid as Chime lands a nice icicle from across the way. And now they still have to deal with this. Oh, that was nice. But Chime gets saved there by the drone of all things. Well, the wall was going to elevate the pulse bomb, but Chime didn't end up using it anyway.
Costs a window. Grapes has that sound barrier charged up again, matching Kuffa's tempo is crucial on the Lucio that you have this sound barrier available for the Junker Queen ult, right? Like, it looks pretty ineffective when you got the beat online, but oh man, putting that bleed on multiple enemy players, especially with no Kiriko to cleanse it off. Grapes got to be careful though. Timeless has shown a lot of aggression regardless of ultimates and a pick.
Rampage lands, there's the Carnage swing as well. Proto pretty low as soon as that lamp dies, and Doom helps secure the kill onto the BAP. Look at that Bob positioning as well. Astro just jumping off the map, knows the fight is over. Want to go for a reset, they can't afford any mistakes now.
Truly, like last shot at it. And Kuffa, hey, you stop picking Winston counters, guess what? I'm coming back on the Winston. And with Squid here, the Kitsune Rush, I mean, this one's, I don't want to say it's over before it's over, but you have a huge edge for Timeless right now. This should be an open and shut fight for them. Fluffy Dreamland have a really tough test for their final fight.
Hey, trying to find the one clip there on Divisions. Actually goes to the point to trigger overtime, but Timeless is just going to run through Fluffy Dreamland. That rush is just too overwhelming. Sound barrier as well for Lucamino. You capped the point, Fluffy Dreamland, but we just took the whole game and the series, and we found ourselves in the finals. I mean, it is Chime against the world, but I think Chime time has officially run its course. Timeless are going to cap the point. They're going to 3-0 Fluffy Dreamland on Suravasa and find themselves in a rematch against TSM in the grand finals.
Not a shocking result, but well done indeed by Timeless, right? Really impressive stuff. I think Kuffa, for me, showing some powerful looks on the ball, the Queen, that could be instrumental in taking down a TSM that clearly has done their homework in this tournament. They know what Timeless is good at, and they put a lot of pressure on them, you know, punishing their strongest looks in that last series. Now Timeless have shown they have more diversity, they have more depth. I hope we see quite a bit more of that when it comes to the matchup against TSM.
And it didn't look on practice, right? I think the Queen was a convincing look. The ball was a lot of fun. And clearly, like, Fluffy Dreamland did not expect that ball rollout whatsoever. It's like, hold on, you're not that team. Like, there's a little citrus right now. But yeah, definitely that must have left a sour taste in their mouths as well. I'd love to take a look at some of the highlights here once again for this very series. 3-1 the end score of this one. Fluffy Dreamland though, like, it's not like they just rolled over, right? Like, they did fight back. We've seen a lot of good moments from them as well. Not just the individuals, but from them as a team as well. Like, they did the same homework, or they copied TSM's homework, trying to play stuff that can shut down that Winston composition. And okay, on control, fraudulent map type anyway, right? So there's so much
we had to put that one in the package.
Of course we had to. But yeah,
Look at this jump.
Oh, he like never saw it, you know, the silent assassin. Never saw the Winston, just felt his presence.
That was a good match.
But on King's Row, I love what we've seen from Fluffy Dreamland there. Like, they changed up a lot, not just in the front. We talked about the DPS changes you're making against this composition. They also try to add more, you know, how's it called, survivability, I guess, with the Baptiste and the backlines to make this a really close series.
Yeah, you know, it was a well-fought battle on King's Row, taking it to a pretty decent Winston map and just, you know, relying on your flexibility, your strength, confidence for Chime's Pharah. But I feel New Queen Street was like, this was emotional damage on the Widow. This was like some very painful fights back to back to back of just kind of getting rolled over against, you know, trying to get to Vision's Widow, but every time you try to cross that distance, it's from the first fight, you know, they got to kill off the rush, but Kuffa booped somebody off the map and things just kind of disintegrated from there.
Yeah, it was
that's
really
a
nice.
tough.
I love that the bot steal too. That was so fun.
Yeah, a good closeout. Bombs on point in overtime is OP, Jack.
It is
OP.
very OP. Yeah, and then yeah, Kuffa's showing us a lot of looks. I'm curious how they're going to match up against TSM. Obviously, not exactly a series they wanted to go down in. Tournament favorites too. It's to be said. That Susie as well.
I think Squid didn't even look. It's just full audio cue. Oh, I'm being paid, sure.
boom.
Like they were so
Right
ready
around.
for it. You know, the experience of the squad, the veterancy. They played Somber metas before. They know the matchups. They know the chance to just outscale and clutch. And
The thing is, like, we did talk to Fluffy Dreamland after their matches, like, I think yesterday or the day before. We had a chat with Chime, and he did say, like, you know, like, it's difficult when we play against compositions that we're not used to, yada, yada, yada. I don't think TSM can be caught off guard the same way. I think they're much more practiced against a lot of those compositions that we've seen in this very game against Timeless. So yeah, I don't think Kuffa's abilities on different tanks were pushed to the limits in this very series. Not the same way that TSM might be able to do. But for now, let's take a look at our player of the match. It's going to be Vision, and rightfully so. Again, if you're popping off on Widow, you get player of the match. Simple as that. We're very simple creatures here. Also, no ego play, of course. I think, Jake, you mentioned that as well during the cast. He did switch off of it, even though he was completely on fire. He then went Cassidy. Obviously, Vision on Ashe has been a standout all tournament long. What a guy.
I mean, he's confident across the hit scan roster, so just, you know, intelligent player, knows when to, you know, play the best possible, use the right tool for the job, right? And the Widow, I mean, I think it's a great threat to have on your team, to have a very confident Widow player, because it just puts these scary maps into the pool. You know, like, we have to ban Dorado, we're going to play Circuit, we're going to play Junkertown. You know, there's just a lot of those maps. New Queen Street is another great one where it's just like, you can play Widow if you really want to, and there's no real counter to it. You can play the Tracer Sombra, but it's not unwinnable. When the Widow hits these shots, it's scary for a strategic team like Fluffy Dreamland, who've been great with their picks and counter picks, great with their team play. The Widow is just a different type of a threat.
And if they did go to Junkertown as well, it would have been, oh, I don't know, man. They might have just got crunched by the Vision Widow.
I
It
know
would
you
have
wanted
been,
to see that though.
yeah, it would have been
Like,
fun. Would have been a fun game. And another map 5 of Fluffy Dreamland would have been kind of sick. They really have been.
true.
I mean,
Also
I
true.
think they played the most maps this entire bracket, I think. Like,
They must have.
Hands
Like,
down,
they've-
yeah.